to me, this last match should exemplify everything Daniel Bryan is. Like, the idea would be, bro, say it's Lashley.
I'm glad you threw the Undertaker's name out there, because I think the Roman Reigns thing was just perfect for him to go out. I was there in Orlando, and just, I'm old school. I love the baby faces. I'm that guy. But I was rooting for Reigns, and that's a lot coming from me, because I still think to this day the streak shouldn't have been ended, and that's maybe something else we can talk about one day. But I agree with Austin when it comes to that. I think that there was equity in the streak to Taker to come any year, and even someone lost, they still got over because they were a part of the streak, like a Mark Henry, A-Train even. He was part of the streak, and that's and when you think of A-Train, that's probably his biggest highlight of being a part of the streak.
Yeah.
And so I definitely think there's equity in that. But I was like, okay, look, and if the streak was ended, I think Brock Lesnar was the worst choice to do to break the streak. But I was like, you know what? Since that's already done, the streak is already dead and gone. Put Reigns over. Have him win the match. Yeah. And I was rooting for Reigns the whole time. And when Reigns beat Taker, it was like radio silence, dude.
Yeah.
And I was there live. And people were crying, and I was just eating it all up. I was the only person around just cheering. A good friend of mine too, just cheering, and people was with us crying, and I was just like, "Oh, this is amazing!" And but I was like, you know what? This was a good moment. Taker disrobed. He did the hat. He kissed Michelle McCool. He did the whole shoot. He killed kayfabe at the time too. And then he comes back the next year.
I was so disappointed in that. Bro, Glenn, Disco, was calling me a mark and everything. Bro, it's a business. He came back for the money. Nah, bro, not a character like that, and not the way that they did it,
Yeah.
But bro, I see, to me, this last match should exemplify everything Daniel Bryan is. Like, the idea would be, bro, say it's Lashley. Say it's Lashley goes unscathed from now. And bro,
I'd be a big fan of that.
Yeah, and this is Lashley's killing him. Yep. Can't put him away, bro. And bro, the longer it's going on, the more Lashley's running out of gas. It's got to be that kind of a match. And then, bro, like I said, the next day he goes out there beating band-aids, the whole 9 yards. I'm a man of my word.
Lashley would be the perfect choice for that.
And because it would be,
he's one of the only people who is generating true heat.
Yeah.
And I always say that, we can't have a 50-50 person doing this. We have to have someone who is generating true heat that can really put Bryan over, who's dominant, who's hated, who would be that person who would generate that heat to make Daniel Bryan look even stronger.
Yeah. And then, bro, what you could do if you're talking about 5 or 6 months down the line. And bro, like I said, Lashley can't put, bro, you and I go back to this all the time, like the two biggest marks in the world. Remember Creed's facials when put Rocky away? It's not, remember Creed, it's that story, bro.
Yeah.
To the point, bro, to the point of when it's over, Lashley shakes his hand, and bro, you can turn Lashley babyface right there.
I was thinking the same thing. You turn babyface.
Lashley baby, maybe Drew's the heel now.
We
want to do, but bro, if you do it that way, you don't hurt Lashley.
That's right. That's right.
I mean?
I think that's a perfect way to turn Lashley babyface too.
Yeah,
because you can easily kill 2 or 3 months with MVP saying, "What are you doing? You're the CHO of the Hurt Business," and MVP from say that happens. September is usually Night of Champions. So from Night of Champions to the Royal Rumble, MVP could easily bring person after person after person after person down the line, bring this person, bring Strowman, bring, bring, and eventually bring Drew. And MVP, he sides with Drew, sides with MVP, and that sets up perhaps a rematch for WrestleMania with Lashley as the face and Drew as the heel.
And bro, you could even make Lashley like so huge, like bro, Daniel Bryan goes over in the match like Lashley's just exhausted.
Yeah.
Even let him roll out, and then the next night is the big goodbye speech. Let Lashley bust that, because now you think, and bro, Lashley gives him. Remember Apollo Creed?
Yeah.
Beat that man like I never beat. And he kept, you know what I mean? Yep. Let him give that.
I love it.
People will pop huge, and then do exactly what you just said. All MVP has to say is, when did you get soft?
Yeah,
this isn't what I signed up for, man. It's perfect, bro. I don't know, Chris. You know a lot more history than I do, and I didn't watch WWE for a long period when I was booking a TNA, bro. Have they ever done this? Did a champion ever won the belt on his last night and then relinquish? Has this ever been done?
No, because I think the only person who who retired on top was Trish Stratus. I think she won the championship, but she retired on top. But as far as someone winning the title and relinquishing it, because they usually, the unwritten rule was to retire looking at the lights, right?
Right.
So, putting people over is a way to kind of, pay it forward. So, yeah, I mean, it's typically, from what I know, especially as far as champs, I can't think of anyone right now. I'm sure there may be a person or two, but I'm pretty good with the history piece. And I can't think of anyone, at least in the past 30 years, that
and Chris, like I said, bro, I wouldn't suggest this for anybody else but him. This is perfect for him.
Yep. He has the fanfare. He has the type of fighting style. He has the look for it too. And he has that underdog feel. He's just that resident underdog, So I think that you couldn't do something like this with, it's like a Shelton Benjamin or something like that on his way out. You wouldn't be able to do that. But even like a Brock or something like that, I couldn't. Or speaking of that, Brock would maybe be a good idea too. What do you think about Brock being an option?
Well, if he was still around and acting. Of wrestling actively, I'd say yes.
Yeah.
But now, if he's back for like 5 months, you're not really building him back into that killer that he
agree.
If you keep Lashley going at this pace, like, that's the guy.
I agree. And plus, like you said, I think it's a really cool way to turn Lashley babyface.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. And that'll still make MVP relevant, because now MVP is like, all this time, like, I made you who you are. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be champ.
Yep.
And that's when he goes through the ringer of hiring people to go against Lashley for a few months.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's really cool. So good stuff. Vince, we just booked Daniel Bryan. And not only did we book Daniel Bryan, we booked a Bobby Lashley babyface turn at the end of the year, man. I think that's pretty phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And I just want to say, for the record, when I won the WCW heavyweight title,
okay,
for the record, I relinquished it the next night.
You retired on top, man.
Yes, exactly. Because I had nothing else to prove. I had nothing else to prove. Yeah.
That's right. Because Vince Russo is the only undefeated WCW World Heavyweight Champion, aren't you?
Yes. Let me give myself a applause. Hold on. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I am utterly impressed, Vince.
Thank you very much.
I'm utterly impressed. That is an uncharted statistic that will never, WCW is no longer in business, so it can never be attempted to be broken.
Bro, it still cracks me up where I put the belt on myself by almost getting killed with Goldberg drilling me through a cage, and then I relinquished it the next night. The next show, and I put the belt on myself. Yes, I did, bro. Like, oh my God. Come on, man.
What was it? Thunder? So Arquette won it on Nitro at the was it Triple Cage?
Yes.
And he relinquished it.
Well, I don't know I don't think it was a Triple Cage, but I think it was a tag match.
Yeah, it was
Bischoff.
DDP. Yeah, Bischoff. Yeah,
Bischoff and Jarrett against DDP and Arquette.
But he was a part of the Triple Cage, though. The Triple Cage match, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, see that, bro? That people they love to rewrite history, bro. If you remember, Arquette wins the title on a fluke by beating Bischoff.
Right.
When he comes back on the next Thunder. He wants nothing to do with the title.
I remember that. Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to. I don't want that. I mean, that's how we told the story, bro. But people don't want to remember any of that. But it doesn't matter. This would be a great way, bro. I wish I could book this Daniel Bryan angle.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Now I'm thinking in my head, what was the Triple Cage match that he was a part of?
That's where he lost the title. He lost the title in that Triple Cage match. I think he let he wound up at the top, and then I think he let Jarrett.
Didn't he turn heel?
Yeah. He hit DDP with the guitar.
Yes.
Yeah. And he let Jarrett get the belt because he didn't want it.
That's it.
Yeah, that
was right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like little history stuff like this.
Yes.
Remind me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris Featherstone. Another episode of Riding with Russo.